Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are still holding XRP. And yeah, today we have a lot to talk about, but I want to kind of start it off by saying there's a ton of controversy right now surrounding the price, as there's basically two streams. One of the streams is saying, nope, the bear market has started, and right now it's just a little bit of a bull trap before we're gonna move even lower. And party number two is, no, we had a short-term downtrend, which is actually just a correction before now moving back higher. It is really difficult to say who is correct in the end of things. Again, if this week were to, for example, turn out to kind of end above 141 per XRP, logically looking at this, then it just looks like a normal correction in a bullish run, right? But then on a different end, it could also be like we saw right here, like November of 2020, that we're actually going to be falling down lower. Then again, even if we do witness something like this, well, a couple months later, we had a huge surge, right? So it is extremely, extremely difficult to say. And I'm going to also say here really quickly that anybody over on Twitter, anybody over on YouTube that's putting up technical analysis or just any analyst from that perspective is not necessarily right. And that is a video that I'll be making later today, just quickly going over exactly why, even though there's likelihoods, they aren't necessarily going to be correct. So nobody as of this point knows actually, again, maybe some big billionaires do know, but we don't at least, whether or not the bull run is over or whether or not the bearish run is about to commence. However, it is looking more likely that we're going to see some really, really bullish momentum here. And that's mostly just because of the whole Bitcoin Biden ordeal. It's just DeFi is right now really booming, and XRP is also booming. And the lawsuit, of course, makes XRP kind of boomy as well. Moving on. You guys know as well, I don't really like to talk about really far away XRP prices. You guys hopefully all know I'd never give my own personal price prediction, specifically not something like $120, but I do like to cover what other people are saying because you guys like that too. So Jack the Rippler said, the CTO of Ripple, Joel Katz, wrote this, and you are still talking about market cap and that a high price for XRP is unrealistic. God bless the haters and the non-believers. So it all depends on how big you want to dream. What if Ripple captures Bitcoin's current market share? $2. Now that has actually already happened. What if Ripple captures the value of all high friction international payments that are now occurring? $20. You get add a multiplier to this for additional demand from people holding XRP to make or facilitate the payments in the future. What if Ripple captures the value of an increasing volume of international payments driven by the reduction in friction? Maybe $120, and once more, you can add a multiplier to this. What if the economy triples in size, the volume of international payments increases? Ripple captures all of that, and people also use Ripple for all kinds of other things because it either displaces Bitcoin or equals in size a Bitcoin that's many times its current size. Basically, again, equaling Bitcoin again now that Bitcoin has, for example, increased quite a lot. And we're also expand the economy to other planets that also use XRP. And as for how likely these scenarios are, though, who can say? Ripple equaling Bitcoin's current market cap sometime in the near future doesn't seem any more outrageous to me now than the idea of a Bitcoin selling for over $1,000 seemed to me in 2012. And once more, I'd like to address, I guess, two parts here. I very often get criticism whenever I tell people that $100, for example, per XRP is definitely possible. It is definitely possible in whatever way, shape, or form you're going to think. Now, let's say it's going to be at $5 trillion. I'm not exactly sure how much it would be. You think really that's not possible? On what basis? You know, the market, the crypto market, in my opinion, is going to grow severely. But then from a different perspective, I don't think the majority of the people out there in this whole entire world would have ever expected the US debt to go to 30 billion. And specifically knowing that in 4 years from now, the US debt is going to be 50 trillion. Who could have thought that out? Who predicted that? Almost nobody, right? Most people didn't do that. And same thing for how fast the stock market is going, how much money is around the world, how much printing there's going on. You might say some people predicted that one, but it's about the idea, right? It's really hard to grasp what can happen over a huge amount of years, specifically with newer technology. I mean, literally, think about the dot-com bubble 20 years ago, right? That's about 20 years ago, around 20 years ago. You really thought that people would think these internet companies, or companies that didn't really have to do much in the real world, or, basically phone companies for that matter as well. For example, an Apple, which I know was founded a lot earlier, and Amazon, those are some of the biggest companies in the world, and they all rely on technology which was really popularized and really, really just made amazing, I guess, in the last, let's say, 25 years, right? Specifically Amazon let's say, call it 10 years now that it's really been popularized. You thought they could grasp that? You thought they could get the idea that there would be a $2 trillion company in a couple years from now, specifically a company that has to do with freaking phones where you didn't even have a freaking keyboard? Of course not. And XRP/crypto as a whole is really that type of technology where you cannot grasp how big it's going to get until it gets there. You cannot fully grasp how much money could be in this, and you cannot fully grasp how the money is basically going to work. Because I keep on saying, market cap does not matter. Unless you're talking about something having 6 quintillion market cap, just something which is so ridiculously high that you need to find a whole new system of money to be able to make it worth it. But if it's somewhere within range, let's say between, I guess 1 and, let's say, as to make it easy, about $100 trillion, it's definitely not outside of our reach. And even if you go a little step further, maybe, what's the English name for it? I think a quadrillion, right? 1,000 trillion. Even at that step, it's really strange, and I personally wouldn't know how to get there, nor if crypto can actually do it. But then again, you gotta kind of put it in your head like, okay, there's like this element of stocks, crypto, bonds, everything growing like crazy, but also the fact that, well, maybe stocks and bonds are all now bigger. What if crypto actually doubles that, or basically has the market cap of equities and everything, the stock market, the equity, the options market, whatever, the freaking everything on top of each other, right? What if crypto really becomes the biggest? Because there's really a lot of currencies as well, not really just equities. I've thought about it for a really good while, and I want you guys to think about that too. What if? Now, I guess on the not so speculatory side, but the more real side of things, the relistings are happening regarding XRP, but they're really quite slow. It is really, really, really quite slow. I'm not going to lie with you. Now, am I thinking that a lot of exchanges will relist it soon? I actually didn't even expect one exchange to relist it. There's already a couple who actually did. I am thinking, however, that it's only going to happen once they get a no action letter from the SEC or the lawsuit is going to be settled. So if you're waiting for Coinbase to relist, well, you better be prepared to wait a long time because it's not really looking like it's going to be coming soon. Once more, guys, is a big crash coming or are we going up? I'm always positive. I'm saying, man, we're just going to see the freaking moon. But then again, don't rule out another big dip. I personally said this was a really bullish sign. This is what I usually buy into because you're more often right than not. This third candle here, this is what I would buy into. But then again, could we get stopped out? Basically, yeah, of course we could. So let's just wait it off. Let's see. I'm willing to take the bet, but then again, it's not a certain thing. So make sure you understand that. Then John Deaton says, crypto is on trial, not just Ripple, and the stakes are everything. There's another little point for you guys. If you kind of grasp the idea that crypto right now is not even regulated properly, there's really not that many rules for it. In the US, there's quite a lot more rules than outside the US. A lot of countries here have no freaking idea how to handle crypto. US doesn't have a good idea either, but they at least have a lot of rules regarding, for example, the drop like Flare. Now, John Dean says again, it's not on trial. It's not just Ripple. It's literally everything. That's because the Chamber of Digital Commerce has said, we're also watching the outcome of the Ripple case closely. The U.S. government needs a coordinated approach to digital assets that supports innovation. We can't afford continued confusion. It's bad for everyone. The House just passed H.R. 1602 that will address these issues. And I'm not sure if this is actually any, real association that matters. It is called the Chamber of Digital Commerce. The Chamber of Digital Commerce is the world's leading blockchain trade association, host of Parallel Summit. So I'm not sure exactly what they do in this world, to be completely honest with you. I haven't really done my due diligence either. So once more, I would not be able to know. But then again, the point is quite clear, right? All of these institutions are going to be watching this Ripple case closely. And that is also once more why it is a really high probability, a really high likelihood, or big likelihood, whatever, that there'll be some fishy stuff. Almost anything that's been happening in the lawsuit right now is debatable. Every time I see something going on, I question it, which I think you guys are having too. But that's also, again, another indication that they might try to do some fishy stuff because they just didn't have a proper case. Then again, some people are saying that that's all what Ripple planned, to have this case go through like this and make it so strange that they all of a sudden have to cancel it and that it's like an obvious win and blah, blah, blah. There's so many different theories. I don't know what to believe. All I know is that this is looking really freaking strange. On the Doge front of things, I just had to talk to you guys about this. We all predicted SNL May 8th here. Elon was going to say something about Doge. We actually expect now that right after he said this, the Doge price pumped a little bit, but it's something you should keep expecting, right? That right after May 8th, the price of Doge is going to pump again because he's going to say something about it. Then the Cryptic Poet posted, just in, Thailand, Singapore launch linkage of real-time payment systems. Ripple partner CM Commercial Bank will provide the service in Thailand. Make sure you press the like button, by the way, if you watched the video this far. Like, why not, right? Thailand, Singapore launch linkage of real-time payment systems, and CM Commercial Bank, which is a Ripple partner, will provide the service in Thailand according to the BOT. Pretty interesting if you start to think about it, man. All these things I find interesting, but then again, that's maybe just me, I don't know. Bank XRP posted, XRP lawsuit, attorney says it's clear the SEC failed to comply with order to share internal documents requested by Ripple. Once more, the SEC is hiding evidence. I don't know how else to put it. It's just really apparent, really becoming obvious. Then Mac Attack posted, XRP is a marathon, not a sprint. I want to keep reminding you guys of that. I'm really not smarter than other people, but I do more and a lot of research into XRP than the average crypto investor. I'm going to give it to them for that one, yes. Which gives me peace of mind and confidence in my investment. And this confidence is such an important and essential part of everything, because you know why? If there's a huge crash, 50%, I'm not even going to budge. It's not even going to hurt me at all. It's just like, okay, well, there goes a little bit of my money. Even though some of you guys might have millions of dollars, will it really hurt you? It depends. If you really have a good, strong mindset and you've de-risked properly where you know exactly your limits, it's all good. In my opinion, right? But some people are here out stressing over their $5, $10, and they're just taking the money out as soon as they can. It's okay, but make sure that you are solid with your investments and that you really know what you're up against, and don't get afraid when things start to go bad, because you should have anticipated them to go bad, right? You should expect things to not work out at the start. Yeah, hopefully you guys got that part. Then MH Schmidt posted, I dreamt last night that XP was at $319. To be honest, I had a dream like this too. You might call it weird, but I have a habit where every time I wake up, I check some YouTube stuff, just because I don't know, I do it really late at night, right? You guys know it. So in the morning, I check if everything was posted correctly. Otherwise, I have to post it still in the morning. I've sometimes had it that I didn't post a video correctly because I went to bed and I forgot to press post. So I then, post them as soon as I wake up, right? That doesn't happen too often, but sometimes. So it's like an automated thing. But also, really, 99 out of 10, 100 times, I check live CoinWatch or CoinMarketCap to just quickly check what the price of XRP is at. Sometimes different price, but mostly XRP. And one of these times I woke up and I just saw some huge XRP number. I'm not sure if it was $100 or like 6 or 16, but just something crazy happy already for me. Just something really crazy to see. And I was just like, oh my God, it's happened. It's happened now. What do I do? What do I do? I go live? Do I make a video? What do I do? I just had panic internally because of how amazing it was. And I also remember vaguely that I just put my phone away and I went down to lay down, again, in my dream. I was like, yeah, just satisfied and laying back down like, oh, wow, okay. And then I was just going to start thinking, I think, but then I fell back asleep. But yeah, it was damn freaking funny, man. Just that you have dreams about XRP, that's kind of strange, I know. But it's mostly because it's like a habit. You check it all the time. It's the same thing where I sometimes dream that I've overslept something. And then in my dream, I look up into my phone and see, oh, it's too late. I don't know, man. It's just a little fun story. I just want to tell it to you guys. If you're wondering what this is, by the way, this is Bybit. This is the platform I'm using to trade XRP on most of the time, as you guys probably already know. There's some huge deposit bonuses and some huge other bonuses, so go check the link down below out. My link helps me out a little bit, and you are sure to get your bonus that way, so make sure you use the link down below. And if you're from the US or UK, make sure you use a VPN, but a link for that is down below too.